Bay is the smallest NFL market to ever host the draft, so it's no surprise the airport is preparing for a challenge.
Right now, preparations are underway to meet the demand of what's expected to be an extra 50,000 passengers passing through the airport over the course of a single week. Tonight's countdown to the draft report, Jason Zimmerman highlights how airport officials hope to meet this challenge.
Countdown to the draft, sponsored by Bell & Health.
As a billboard on Highway 172 counts down the days till the draft in Green Bay next year, Austin Straubel International Airport nearby is now actively preparing for what's likely to be an unprecedented number of flights.
Specifically, we're working on additional concessions and maybe some promotional gift shop type items that people can purchase when they're coming in or going out. We have a number of capital improvement projects that we're also working on to improve the front of the terminal building, to improve some of the amenities inside.
This also includes looking at the draft from a standpoint of emergency preparedness and having enough people on staff able to respond in the event something goes wrong or someone needs help.
I think the busiest travel days are going to be the 2 or 3 days leading up to the first day of the draft, and probably the 2 or 3 days after. That's when all of the setup takes place and all of the teardown.
Well, the airport has the capacity to handle additional commercial flights. The biggest concern are the private ones and where to park those planes for several days as the draft plays out.
We have the space, so that's the good part. We have, the 2 concourses with the 12 gates. We have 5 airlines that can help accommodate the passengers. But again, I think we're still expecting a pretty good influx. But that's just the commercial side. We're also expecting quite a few at our FBOs at both Jet Air and Executive Air coming in on private aircraft.
Right now, there's no word on airlines adding extra flights, but airport officials expect to have announcements in the next 3 to 4 months once the summer travel season wraps up. Closer to the draft, travelers can expect regular updates.
It'll be additional social media advertising and really just public awareness to plan for a little bit extra time to get through screening. We are also working with our tenants, like the rental cars, to make sure they have enough inventory for people that need to rent a car.
Preparations for the draft are also underway at the Appleton International Airport, but officials there tell us it's too early to discuss their plans. Reporting in Brown County, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.
Our Countdown to the Draft series continues every week on Wednesdays. We're exploring how the community is preparing for potentially hundreds of thousands of people coming to Northeast Wisconsin next April. You can find all our draft reports at WBAY.com/draft.